Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Today we are looking at issue 19 of Warhammer 40,000 Conquest. Now, Warhammer 40,000 Conquest is a Partworks magazine from Hachette Publishing in association with Games Workshop. It is a weekly publication in which you get a magazine and some Games Workshop products, and I get 4 a month because I'm a subscriber, so I get them in a bundle once a month. And today we're looking at issue 19. Excuse the rustling. Hopefully anybody listening on headphones didn't find that too obnoxious. So like I say, every issue you get a magazine and some miniatures. And this issue really is a fantastic deal in terms of the miniatures you get. Because you get Lord Felthius, I want to say Felthius. Lord Felthius, a Lord of Contagion, with his entourage, his little cohort of 3 plague terminators, his blightlord terminators. Now, it basically comes on 2 sprues. So we have, this is Lord Felthius himself. Let's see if we can get his lovely smiling face. There he is, look at him. A happy smiling jappy. But then look at the great big scythe he has. So this frame is Lord Felthius. Now that on its own would have been a good thing to have on the front of the magazine. But they also included the sprue with his entourage, his 3 blightlord terminator friends, which is fantastic. It's really cool. And particularly cool is you get some little nurglings. Look, here's a nurgling pulling a pin out of a stick grenade. Bad times will ensue. Where are the other ones? We've got this guy here. Hello. Look at his little smile. He's so happy to be there. He's about to squeeze that horrible pustule on his tummy. And then there's another one that doesn't even look like anything. It's just like a weird blobby thing. Not even sure if that's him. I saw it in a picture. Yeah, I think that's him there. Weird blobby thing. Nice. Cool miniatures. Really good miniatures. Now, if you were to go into a Games Workshop store and buy these are available as a push fit kit. Because you will notice they have pegs and holes, so this miniature will go together without glue. All of these miniatures, I should say, will go together without glue because they are from the easy build push fit range. But you know, 3 Terminators and a Lord of Contagion, you can expect to pay £25 retail for this kit. £25. Obviously, you can go online and get a discount, but you know, if you were to go Games Workshop Direct, the recommended retail price, £25. Warhammer 40,000 Conquest magazine is $7.99 an issue. So as you can see, that is a massive saving. That's a saving of £17 and a penny over retail, which really does make this issue a massive deal. Which is good because in the last bundle of magazines that I received, some of the issues didn't have very good value at all, and one of them actually, it would have been cheaper to buy the products at retail than it was to actually buy the magazine. But you know, that's going to happen every now and again to make up for issues like this, where you get a really fantastic set of miniatures at a great price. Very cool. This, by the way, if anybody watched my previous video in which I talked about the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest art book and the way it was packaged, this is the sprue of miniatures that was actually closest to the book. The book was sat on top of them, and you can see that whilst these are the pegs, I think, that probably did most of the damage on the book, but the miniatures themselves pretty much unscathed. I think there's a few signs of a little bit of, you can see there. Can you see? I don't know if this is going to come out on camera. Let's put those over there. don't know if that's going to come out on camera, but can you see a change in the colour of the plastic just there? That's where the weight of the book was applying tension to the miniature. So, you know, if it kept going, there's a chance that might have snapped there. But Games Workshop miniatures are made of pretty sturdy stuff, and as you can see, everything survived the ordeal. That's the other thing. That's the other little nurgling. Not the other bit I showed you. The other bit I showed you was obviously some gribbly bit off of one of the terminators. That's the other nurgling. Look. Ugh. It's all gross. I like nurglings. They're super cute. But yeah, so already this is a fantastic issue. Before you even open the magazine, you've got a saving of £17 and a penny over retail for some really cool miniatures. And here's a picture of those miniatures assembled. There's Lord Felthius in the middle. Happy, happy, happy. And here's his little entourage of buddies. All tentacly and gross. Right. What have we got in the magazine itself? A little bit about Lords of Contagion, obviously, because Lord Felthius is a Lord of Contagion. They're powerful champions who lead Death Guard forces onto the battlefield. And then we've got a little bit about Lord Felthius in particular, with a nice little piece of artwork of him. Doesn't look quite as happy in that picture. He's from the Tainted Sons. He has a Man Reaper. And there's a Plague Reaper. Look, this is an axe with little spinning rotary blades in it. Just perfect for getting through someone's neck. You got to love the attention to detail when you're designing a weapon. You know, the ultimate decapitation tool. As with every issue of this magazine, you get some nice fluff, background stuff. A little bit of bedtime reading for people who are new, who don't know much about the Death Guard or whatever, and some cool artwork. See a dentist, mate. You need help. And then we get into the how to build section. There's good old clipper safety. Yay! We don't have glue safety in this particular build instruction because you do not require glue, although as I always say, I do recommend that even with the push fit miniatures, wing a bit of glue on them. You might as well. You're putting them together, you've probably got the glue, so give it a go. Just stick a bit of glue on there as well. Yeah, build instructions. Games Workshop standard build instructions, very good, very clear, very difficult to go wrong with Games Workshop build instructions. I did do it once on camera, no less, when I was doing a video for assembling a Griff charger for Age of Sigmar. But that was kind of because I was talking on camera and not paying enough attention, and no harm was done other than to my reputation and ego, you know, all that sort of stuff. And then we get to the painting bit, and you know, the painting guides in this magazine are generally very good. Ooh, worth noting. Yeah, it says up here, you'll need to base coat the models with Death Guard green first. Important, because it starts straight from step 1 Abaddon Black, and obviously the miniatures come in green plastic, so if you're not paying attention, you may start putting your Abaddon Black directly onto the green plastic of the miniatures. So yeah, base coat with Death Guard green first. Abaddon Black, Lead Belcher, Retributive Armour, Null Oil, all that sort of stuff. Then we go through the stages, and then at the end it's got nice close-up pictures of the miniatures as they will look if you followed the painting guide exactly. Now that's really cool, because obviously these aren't 100% finished and they are not award-winning levels of paint quality. But how fantastic is it to get a miniature in a magazine, and if you've been collecting the magazine since day dot, then you will have all of the paints that they've used in this painting guide. and by following this painting guide, you end up with that. Now that is easily comparable to pre-painted miniatures. Most of the kind of pre-painted miniatures you can get now. I mean, you're easily looking at HeroClix quality there, I would say. And yet you're doing it yourself, and you know, you're getting that sense of achievement. Oh look, the backs. That's quite cool. The close-ups of the front and backs of the miniatures is very useful because it just helps you to see if you've missed any bits or other bits. If you're a bit concerned what colour you should be doing something, these little pictures should help you out. And then we've got some tutorials on teleporting. Lord of Contagions, they can teleport onto the battlefield, do some deep striking. And then bits about special deployment. Victory is nigh! And stuff about entering play mid-game. And then here we go, we've got our data cards. We have the Lord of Contagion and we have the blightlord terminators, which is fantastic. Really, really love the fact that they include those data cards. And I love the fact that they are blank on the back, so you can, you know, take them out and you're not losing bits of instructions or anything in the process. And here we go, it says, from issue 21, the battle goes planet-side. Now this is really interesting. There's something that's quite interesting because the plan is 80 issues in this whole series, and obviously we're at issue 19 now. So issue 20 is the first quarter of the magazine finished, and up until now we've been learning how to play the game on a small board which represents the hangar of a spaceship, and it's taught us all of the rules. What they're obviously working towards is, at issue 21, it's kind of like phase 2. You see, you've moved to the bigger board and you start adding more terrain and more other things. So the first 20 issues, if you've been collecting up to this point, you could effectively, by this point, by the time you get to issue 20, you've effectively learned how to play the game, and you've amassed a cool collection of miniatures and stuff. So it's kind of like a step 1 complete and moving into step 2, which is cool. And what is coming next? If we have a look, your next Conquest, issue 20, contains an armoured container, which makes perfect sense because we've already had 2, so 3 completes the set, because if you were to buy these in a store you get them in sets of 3, and it will complete the scenery that you need for your spaceship hangar, or spaceship cargo hold. And then obviously 21 we move on to a different environment. So that makes sense that's the issue that they're going to round out this first batch of 20. And what comes next? What comes in issue 21? Dun, 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 dun. More Reavers! Reavers are cool, but you know, it's another bunch of easy build Reavers. Not the most exciting thing. But we will talk more about that in another video because I'm sure I've talked for long enough. As always, thank you for joining me. Thank you for following the videos. If you have any comments or questions or opinions or anything at all like that, please leave a comment. I do read all of the comments, and I will do my best to respond if I can. Until next time, everybody, bye bye.